Okay, so it's the next day, like 9:04 at night. Alright, I just basically got finished doing dishes and shit. I ended up falling asleep. Anyway, those bones, when I went to sleep, right, last night, when I got up this morning, they were dry. There was no oils, nothing. So what I ended up doing was just putting some water in there and letting it just stew, right? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to pick off the meat, right, off the bones. I put a half an onion in there and a few pieces of celery. It's very mild tasting, but it's okay. But I put no salt. Now I did get that much in lard. You can see it's starting to, right, from that pork fat, which is a whole bunch of crackling in a bag right now in the fridge. Gathering up my jars and stuff. I kind of wanted to degrease this, like, in other words, you know, pick everything apart, do whatever. I don't necessarily want to strain, I don't think. I don't necessarily, well, I could, actually. The liquid, but I probably will anyway, because we don't want no small little bones and stuff, although they'd probably be soft by now. But you can see how nice, and the nice color, from what I can tell, it's pretty rich, right? Ideally what I'd like to do is do this debone, whatever, demeat, put this in something else and let it sit in the fridge to let any grease come to the surface and then skim it off. Although it doesn't really look like there's that much, to be honest with you. I think it burned off more than anything else. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, these bones are like as if you were stewing them in a pot. They're soft. So I'm going to just rinse them off and dehydrate them. They're breaking up for the most part. They were in there long enough. This, do you see? I'm not straining it. You see the little, oh sorry, wandering eye. I'm like tired. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this done. But do you see all the little bits and pieces of everything in there? I am just going to do it as is. Okay, now there's no salt in this, so it's very rich in color from what I can tell, which is nice. Now mind you, those bones, you know, they kind of baked dry when I went to sleep, and then I just threw water in there this morning. So really, all it really needs is just a bit of salt. And then I'm going to see if I got some parsnips in my fridge. Oh yeah, and then we've got all the, whatever it was that was on the bones of the pork chops, basically. I just picked it off, everything, and I'm just going to probably end up putting them in a jar. And I'm debating whether I should put in a few pieces if I have parsnips, which I might, and if not, maybe some carrots instead, like chunks of carrots, or chunks of parsnip, one or the other, right? With a little bit of that in each jar with this broth, and just a tad bit of salt. Where the other pork will be just a pot with water, a little bit of salt, do like I did with the beef, right? And then just fill up the jars, and depending on how much broth is there in terms of liquid. Yeah. And then, I don't want to do this for a while, man. Hold on. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, I just remembered I have that ham in the fridge. Shoot. Anyway, I put water in here. You can see that. Now, I was going to put that ham in here, and if I do, I'm not going to need salt, because that will have flavoring in it already, right? With the nitrates and the salt and whatever else they got in there, right? Oh, my Lord, I don't know now. If I put that ham in there, it's going to bring this pot right up to here. It's going to be so hard to warm this up. The pot's not big enough. If I leave it like this, I can just do straight up pork. Right? Fill up the jars. Okay, what I did is I just put the meat in this bowl, wash the bones, going to throw them in the dehydrator later. When you do that, make sure you break them up a bit, right? And, because it'd take too long for them to dry on the inside, right? And then I just took that broth and put it in there, so you can see. So what's going to end up happening is this is going to go into the, see, all the meat and everything's on the bottom. Oh, my Lord. Everything I can see is on the bottom. That's going to be probably gelatin in the morning, more than likely. And then we're going to get a layer of grease. And it's already coming, right? So, kind of skim that off for the most part, I suppose. It depends. It depends on how much is there, right? Oh, I kind of wanted to do the ham with this because I just think this would be great for, like, pea soups and stuff. Unless I do the ham separate. Like, I don't know. I don't know now. Because that's a lot. And I really don't want to change the pot. I could cut half the ham. I mean, there's an idea. I could put half the ham in here into small, like cut them into, take half of that ham. It's not a very big ham. Chop it up into small little bite-sized pieces and mix it in with that. And then the other half, Andre wanted ham. So hold on a minute. I'll have to think about it. Okay, this is where I can't see. Seriously. I can barely see that ham on that plate. And the pieces that are all looking like the same color, I can barely distinguish them. I don't know. I took a bite off of one of these things. Like, first of all, this is great value ham. It says fully cooked. It didn't say how to prepare, so I'm eating it. I'm just wondering, like, because I can't see it, but I can kind of, I'm wondering if this meat was, like, processed. You know what I mean? Anyway, for what it's worth, it doesn't have a lot of flavor. It really doesn't. Whatever. I'll leave that out and put that in the fridge, and Andre can make an omelet or something. Egg omelet. That will be fine. So, because it hardly has any flavor, honestly, it's not what I was thinking. And it wasn't even very much that I put in there. Anyway, I'll warm it up. Just when you warm it up, it's gonna start to foam. So be careful. I almost overflowed last time when I was doing the beef. Hold on. So I just been standing here for the last 20 minutes. Stirring, right? Because when it starts to, you don't want it to boil over. Right? So it's starting to boil now. And just keep stirring it. Andre says it already smells good. So I guess that's a good thing. Right? I gotta wash some jars. So once I get this kind of like boiling at a pretty good little steady pace, then I just want to boil it off a little bit, right? Okay, so as I'm doing this ham is pre-made. It's like, you know, it's not like a piece of meat, like a, you know, how you buy the leg and it's like smoked. So I'm glad I already have ham, but they're in salmon-sized jars, right? Because this is not, it's ham, but it's not ham. It's spongy. Because I'm filling up these jars. Like, it's spongy. I can tell. Like something's different about it. Like, this is meat. It's hard. Right? Where this I'm thinking is the ham. And it's spongy. Yeah. I don't know. It was made with ground up meat and everything. But, whatever. It added a little flavor. Not much. I put about a teaspoon of salt in there. I'll never buy that again. I will buy the whole leg with the rind and everything if I want ham. Right? And that's assuming that you can find those things anymore, you know, people? Like, seriously. These manufacturers, government, I don't know. Right? Because they didn't have that. All they had was what I showed you. But I don't think I'd buy it again. Right? If I like ham. So anyway, doesn't matter. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of basically filling up these jars fairly tight. You can see that. Right? Because I'm going to do 16 jars, and I'm thinking anything left over after the fact, maybe I'll just put it in the fridge and then let it cool, right? Put it in the fridge and then maybe make a bean soup or something with the rest of it. And plus whatever I've got like over there, you see, I'm going to see if I can squeeze them into the other jars that I have, which is 5 millimeters, but they're the regular mouth size one, because this is all I had for these kind. So in the meantime, anything left over, because I don't want to, I want to get as much done as I can possibly get done and be done with it, right? So hold on. Okay, I am not impressed with this ham. It's spongy. Oh, I'm talking about this ham that I bought. It's not, I don't know. They got a lot of fillers in it. I can tell you that right now. And it swells. I don't like it. I'm never buying it again. No, if you're gonna do something like that, you buy the real ham hock type, right? Smoked, okay? Don't buy these. Well, at least that brand anyway. I don't know about other brands, but all these companies are cutting corners. Whatever. I bought stuff to make sausages and bologna, and I'm sure I can make ham too. Maybe that's what I'll do next time. before I go off and can more pork, why don't we see if we can make our own ham? Yeah. That'll be after the basement's done. I don't know. This one's a hit and miss. Seriously, this is a hit and miss. Now I did pack these a little more fuller, but these this ham, if you want to call it that, I got it from Walmart. It was great value. Now, mind you, it's a great value product, so it's not like it's whatever. I normally don't buy it, but there wasn't too many choices for ham. And I thought, to hell with it, I'll try it, right? But I'll never buy it again. No. Before I'd buy it, I'd try and make my own, considering this was made. Okay? This wasn't a chunk of piece of meat. This was something that was grounded up and pressed to make, and had nitrates added to it and whatever to make it taste like a little bit of a ham. But other than that, okay. So now I've got 5 more jars, and I'm going to see if I can just I'm going to skim off the fat off of that thing over there. Yeah, and fill up the 5 jars and do the 1 canner, 16 jars, and that's it. And then anything else left over I'll put in the fridge, and maybe tomorrow I'll see if I can make something, or the next day, like a pea soup or bean soup or potato bean or something. I don't know. Maybe Andre would like that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I managed to get the last 5 jars with the pork chop bone meat and that broth. However, I kind of like the other broth better with that ham. Alright, it's in there. That broth tastes actually quite good. There's not much left. It's just a little bit, well, you know, enough for tomorrow. Maybe something in a pot with some potatoes and some beans or something. Other than that, I'm just want to get it done with it. So you can see there's the grease, right? That might be a problem. Okay, so basically what I did is I took some paper towels, just a little bit on the top, right, to capture the grease, right? And then a spoon. I mean, you're not going to get everything, but, you know, that's better. And now I'm going to come back with that other pot that's just basically broth. It doesn't really have any fat in it, not like this one. This one was different, right? And I'm just going to top it off, right? Hold on. Okay, so that was a nifty little trick. All right, I don't got time to be standing here and doing it all night, but I got, you know, a fair amount off, you can see, and then I just topped it off with that other broth. Okay, so now I got it in the canner. It is 8 minutes after 1 a.m. in the morning. Yay! Like the good old days, canning until 6 o'clock in the morning. Uncle John would come out and he'd say, "You still awake?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I've been canning like all night, right?" And I'd go to sleep. And he'd take the morning shift. I always did the night shift. He always did the morning shift. Yeah. It'd be sometimes I'd be going to bed at 7:30 in the morning. After doing whatever I was doing at night. Whether it was working on nonprofit books, or sewing, canning. I'm going to get up and start all over again. So anyway, that ham, I'm thinking about that ham. I'm wondering what kind of filler they used, because when you make bologna and ham, you have to use a filler, and I know mustard powder is one of them, because I bought it. You can use skim milk, that I know. I don't know what else you can use. I think there's 1 or 2 other things you can use as a filler, right? a binding is a bite, like to bind them, because you grind the meat, you grind it up really, really fine, and this was like spongy. They probably don't expect people to do what I did. Most people would just slice it and eat it on a sandwich. They wouldn't notice it, right? When you cook it and heat it up like that, it turned out spongy. But the flavor is okay, right? Got a little bit of broth left. Just a little bit with the flavor. So, whatever. It's done with. I'm not doing this again for a long, long time. And by the time that long, long time goes by, I probably won't even be able to see it. So I'm not sweating it. No. And I'm glad I did the ham in my salmon-sized jars, those little ones, from the actual ham leg, right? Smoked ham. Have videos on that. But now I have to stand here for 75 minutes, and my back is already killing me. But I'm done. And after I'm done, I'm washing the canner. I'm going to take this little thing off and put it in the box, put it in the canner, and I'm putting the canner in the playroom, out of sight, out of mind. I ain't canning no more meat, no, unless it's beef, and it's got to be cheap. I'm not even interested in turkey right now, and I don't expect turkey to go on sale for $1.25. I really don't. Oh yeah, this ham, it kind of makes me think of the new dehydrator that I bought with those flimsy little trays. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of company it is, everybody's cutting back on their products. Quality, basically. Apparently cans, people are opening up cans to find out that they're like hardly any vegetables or meat inside of them, more sauce, can half full. Like, what the heck? Oh. Alright, so tomorrow I'll turn on the camera and we'll see how these things work out, because I don't know. Might push that spongy stuff, the spongy ham might push everything up on my jars, right? So it's hard to say. I don't know. Is that recording? It looked like I took a picture. I have to start this stupid thing over again. There. That thing popped up. It wouldn't pop up. Oh my God. Now it's like 1:56 in the morning and I'm just starting. Like, come on. Okay, everybody. Oh. Too late to be doing this. Oh. Too late to be doing this. 2 o'clock in the freaking morning, man. It's like the good old days. This little thing got stuck and wouldn't come up. So I turn off the heat and let everything cool down. And anyway, I got it working now. So now I got to vent it for 10 minutes and then put my little thing on and bring it to 10 pounds pressure. And then I got a 75-minute dance before I can go to sleep. Yeah. So there's that mattress. The one that I took apart. Yeah. Looking pretty good. Feels pretty good too. All I have to do is just, I don't know. I'm thinking to just add straps. Sew on a hand, like by hand, right? Some kind of a strap. A strap, tie, strap, tie, straps, right, wherever I can. Yeah. Other than that, it's great. No regrets. I forgot. I have to put something underneath. This is just a sheet. Here, I'm going to do another sheet for now. I have mattress covers around, but with Amari, I may have to, I used to have a thin blanket, then a sheet, right? A lot of laundry with laundry, a lot of laundry with laundry, a lot of laundry with Amari. And then, of course, I'm going to need baby rail, right? Andre's going to paint the one that I have from a crib, right? And then, I don't know. Okay, so, again, Tisha's mattress that I took apart and found in the garbage after I brought it inside. Anyway, remember I said batting is important? It can be used for different things. Well, in light of what I'm doing here, maybe what might be better is I make a bed pad. Not for the whole bed. I don't need it for the whole bed. But just, I don't know, for a part of it anyway. Just, right? Here's more. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to do it. I just have to find the matching fabric for it, and you want it so it's easy to wash. I got enough to make 2 people. 2-3 pads, right? For where he basically lays. But he moves around, right? But, you know, this is why I'm saying eventually I'm going to need a mattress on the floor, right? It's just better. But for now, it is what it is. But this is perfect with some cotton to put underneath the sheet, right? And I can Velcro it on or something. I don't know. Probably wouldn't move around that much. But every 3 days, 4 days, you're having to change, right? You don't even know how much I'm washing. But I'm glad I have this, people. Like, you don't even know, man. Like, seriously. I said to Andre, this is what people don't understand. You know, we have special circumstances. I said, Andre, do you know what special circumstances are? I'm not even going to drag this shit out, okay? In terms of, like, I'm not, you know, I'm busy doing crap here. Anyway, you know, I said, Andre, you know, what are special circumstances? What are our special circumstances compared to other people as they live their quote-unquote lives, right? You know, like, they don't have to worry about stuff like this, never mind washing it, right? You know, they're too busy trying to get wealth, you know? I don't know, you know, living in monster fucking homes and driving nice cars and, you know, just, I don't know, people, like whatever. You know, that woman in Africa, the mother with the little children, okay? Her children in that hut with the leaky roof. Lady Jane said she's going to put up a video, right, of them putting up a metal roof to keep the rains out. And she wants, you know, she bought some cement or something, right? She was buying cement to fill up the cracks. Because I guess they're like bricks of some kind where there's cracks where things can crawl through, right? So she's cementing up the cracks so nothing can crawl through. In the middle of the night, as the children are sleeping on a dirt floor, people. Doesn't even have a bed. Okay? I told Lady Jane to buy the children a couple of toys. She emailed me back and said, I'm looking for a mattress. I'm going to give them a mattress because that's what they need. Little teeny weeny children. Right? But that's their home. Right? And between Lady Jane and myself, and whoever's helping Lady Jane on her end, with putting up the roof, whether it's Lady Jane herself or whether she has somebody helping her with that, or maybe the mother and Lady Jane will do it together. I don't know. But I helped. I helped sitting up in freaking Canada, repurposing my daughter's mattress that I paid $800 for as my son is chucking it out in the freaking garage because he couldn't wait for me to go downstairs and take it apart, even though he blocked it off and made it so that I couldn't get to it for a year and a half. Go figure, people. Okay? Because he doesn't have circumstances like I do. Right? So, I am extremely happy that I have this. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's going to make great bed padding for here. And I can make more than one. As fast as I have to change it, I can put a new one down. And it will be easy to wash, easy to dry. Right? Because I hang dry a lot of my stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, no regrets. But, you know, people want to put their fucking noses up. Yeah, okay, you go ahead, put your fucking nose up. There's going to come a day. You'll be chopped down at the fucking knees. And you'll be having your little house of cards come crashing down. Yeah. Yeah. And you'll wish the hell that you weren't so wasteful. You know how they say, waste not, want not, right? So that's how I'm going to solve that problem. I'm going to make, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, maybe. That'd be a good size for the most part, right? And while I'm doing that, I still have my cotton, diaper cotton. This is for diapers, cloth diapers, people. While I'm doing those pads, I'll cut out these. I'm gonna get Andre running it through the serger for me. I think the serger will be just fine. To put an edge around it, I start putting Amari at least half the time in cloth diapers. That will be so much better for him. Yeah, for sure. For sure, he'll love it. Yeah. I just have to make some kind of a little bit of like a rubber pant of some kind, but I've got old tent material that what do you call it, I salvaged, and it, you know, I don't know how water resistant it will be, but you know, it'll be okay. I'll be able to figure something out. So yeah, no regrets. This is really nice, right? And I got the padding to go underneath it as well. And I'm like really happy. Because those are special circumstances that Andre and we have to deal with. Andre's always helping me change blankets underneath Amari. I pull Amari, Andre pushes everything in, I put Amari back. Alright? Or Amari's over there on the couch, and Andre puts it back. And this will make actually good padding. I can make even for the couch. I got more than enough to make for the bed and for the couch, people. Right? Most people wouldn't care, though, you know. They don't care. But it's funny how they don't fucking care in terms of they wouldn't do it for themselves. They wouldn't do it because they have busy lives. They have their own lives to live. They can't be bothered doing stuff like this. But when somebody else does it or wants to do it, all of a sudden it becomes a problem. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. I think the problem is with the person that doesn't want to do it, especially if they're turning their back on fucking family members. Okay? Amari he lost his mother when he was an infant. Just a little teeny weeny baby. We didn't even know yet that he had cerebral palsy. Okay? Amari didn't ask to be born the way he was born. He didn't do anything wrong. And if everybody could be as happy as Amari is, honestly, the world would be a better place. If everybody could be as happy as Amari. Yeah. But they're not. You see, that's the thing. People aren't happy. Amari is, though. Every time I see him, he's laughing and goofing around and acting. I always tell him, Amari, if everybody could be as happy as you, the world would be a better place. Yeah. Well, when those children in Africa get their mattress, Lady Jane, they'll have a good night's sleep, and they'll be thinking about you saying, God bless you too, Lady Jane. Yeah. You made the right decision, Lady Jane. Yep, just like I made the right decision taking this thing apart. As everyone's telling me to chuck it out, get rid of it, throw it out, it's garbage. Yeah, okay. No, more like it was a pound of gold for me, okay? My circumstances. Okay, so that sheet, pretty good, right? I don't know. Eventually I'm going to have to just put on a few straps, just tie it in place. And then when I make the bed pads or whatever, it just go like there, right? Just back up, but it will go underneath. Or I can see, I'm afraid to use baby pins, eh? Baby diaper pins, like seriously, because you grab, snap it. Because it would be ideal if you could. Well, maybe I could do it from underneath the pad. Better maybe to have the pad on top, and then you don't have to change every time, right? Depends. This is what I mean. Special circumstances. Doesn't mean you have to run for the freaking hills here, though, It's just stuff. Silly me. There's a mattress cover right there. Next time, I'll put it underneath, but I'm still making the top part for here and the living room with my padding. This is big enough for there. You can see I have pillowcases in my bedroom. I found one over there. As I'm clearing out my room, I took out a lot of my clothes. Not my good clothes, though. They're still in my room. But my junky workhorse clothes. And Andre just came and just fucking scattered everything in here. And fabric ended up in here, and paperwork, and non-profit paperwork, and just whatever. So I told Marcane, I'm doing the playroom, I'm doing this room, and then I'll go downstairs. I'm bringing up the table for the playroom, make it available for the kids to one degree or another, while some of this stuff will go into downstairs after I get a chance to sort it out. Right? Because if I don't use all this batting, I won't throw it out. I won't. it will go downstairs, but right now it's in here. And that's the mattress cover, which I can use later. The next time I change it. Andre's going to sleep on this for a couple of days as I continue just to clear out, right? Because I had to move some stuff up there. You know, it's because stuff is coming up or spilling out of my room. Because I put more food in my room. Not like I can go downstairs. So, you know, I've been putting it in there. Some of it's just there temporary. After I get maybe some shelving. I was going to buy shelving. My son said, don't buy it, I'll make it. Yeah, okay. Gave him $100. I don't see anything made. All I seen was one big mess made. Right? Just made it harder for me finding my stuff in the garbage can. Because they don't understand my circumstances. Right? Because they don't consider what I do to be of value. Right? But it's funny how if a foster parent was doing it, getting it $3,500 a month and a whole bunch of freaking perks, you know, their gas paid for and this, that, and God knows what and whatever else. And if it's a non-profit, like when Andre went into foster care because he was illegally apprehended and his mom was kicked out illegally out into the streets in the middle of freaking winter. Oh, how convenient. The people that had him were running a freaking non-profit, so you go figure. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. It ruined my family. That's what it did, people. Forget the heart of steel. I have a heart of steel. They have hearts of stone. Uncle John, medically kidnapped. Shimei, murdered in the house. The cops covered it up. Illegal organ harvesting. Sierra, lured to her death, had the family come to the location where she was supposedly dead with a fucking robotoid coroner with the motherboard in her hair. Big black hole of something under exposure. Protecting the suspect as they got us out on the porch. No wonder why my kids have hearts of stone. I'd like to see anybody go through the things that I've gone through with my family, with what's left of it. As we've got natter, 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 natter. Go off and do your own thing. You know, you're going to be successful if you work hard at it, right? Even though everybody knows the world is messed up. Notice I didn't say boo-boo messed up. Yeah. Kick you to the curb. Go live under a tree. Yeah. Yeah. It's just stupid. Throw away what little left you have, right? So you can pretend that you're fucking rich. Okay, yeah. You know who's rich? That lady sitting up in Africa in a hut. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's rich. More richer than anybody sitting up in freaking Canada, that's for sure. She doesn't realize how rich she is, even though she lives in a hut with a leaky fucking roof. Well, after her roof is fixed, she can have a little more peace in her life. And you know she'll be grateful. There. Now, I'm going to figure out where I can get Andre sitting at a machine over the next month as I look for some fabric to make these things. Yeah, see? Do you see how these bags pile up? Do you see? Do you see? I know, it's a problem. It's a problem, right? It's a real problem. It's unsightly. What's going on here? There you go. It's unsightly. Who needs that? Right? Yeah, I wonder. Yeah. Clearly, it's out of tune. So I'm sitting in front of Shimei's keyboard piano. Well, the piano that sat downstairs for umpteen years, and then the hissy fit came along, and next thing you know it, the piano's out on the garage being taken apart, and my son cut the strings too soon, and you can't even fucking play it. Sorry, boo-boo, play it. It's just sitting in the garage half taken apart. Like, yeah, wow, geez. And then with 1 month before I even had a chance to get into my food storage area that had been there for 14 years, that shit was torn apart. Like, I'm serious. People are like just, ugh. Oh, let's see. How do you turn on the power? I bought this for Shimei when she was 8 years old. She taught herself how to play piano on it. Can't see? Don't know what I'm doing. It's a keyboard piano. I think you can change things. Grand piano. How about grand piano? Electric piano. Okay, I pushed a button. It said electric piano. I'm doing Amari. I'm playing over here with this hand and over here with that hand. Choir. Let's try choir. Let's see what choir sounds like. Not bad, eh? For an amateur, huh? Okay. How about split? Okay. See, what I liked about the piano, it was louder. Don't forget, I got that ringing in the head, eh? This is acoustic bass. Strings. Synth pad. Okay. I'm not even going to do song melody. I don't know how to do that. Pipe organ. Let's try the pipe organ. Is this recording? Yeah. Obviously, I'm just going I'll never be a professional piano player, that's for sure. No. Okay, you can record, you can do track 1, track 2. I can't do any of that. So, oh, here. Harp something. See, this is where Alea May can... She may could do both hands. Not so much me. She may... Or Alea May likes to try and use both hands. That's how I know she can play piano. Not me. I only fake the funk. Honky tonk. I don't know what reverb means. I may or may not have the, actually, the directions for this piano, but, you know, I mean, I bought that for her when she was 8. I bought this for her when she was 8 years old. So who knows? I mean, like, you know how I am. I don't recall seeing it anytime soon. And I've been going through a lot of stuff right now, sorting out shit. I came across... Maybe I did, but I wasn't paying attention. So hopefully I still have it if I'm thinking what I'm thinking of. I don't know how you would do that like that. I'm just going like this. Anyway, that's it.